Hello, hello, hello. 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 Samantha, hello, hello, hello. How are we? How are you? Good evening, Kirsty. Hello from the other side. That was so out of tune. I did not expect to come out with that then. Oh, I need to warm up to something like that. Dear me. Paige, Kaylee, Rose, hello. Hi, Siobhan, Stephanie, Angela, Samantha. I'm fine, thank you. And I'm glad you're well as well. Marie, Leanne, Lisa, Linda, Suzanne, Astrid, hello, hello, hello. Stephanie, wow, thank you for the stars. Breckenmel today, super happy. You're very, very welcome. Hello. Okay, so let me just get finished setting up. Hello. Okay, so I'm viewing the comments in a slightly different way today. So we're just gonna see what happens. Yeah, I haven't got a cup of tea, no, but Aaron's just said I said I'd go make one, and he said no, he'll go make one for me, bless him. So yeah, he's just gone to do something else, and then with the kids, I believe, and then he will make tea. Okay, so any updates? Yes, we have had some deliveries. Which means in the upcoming weeks we will be popping new items on the website, new information, new bits and bobs. Ding. I'm very excited for the upcoming however long. I'm so excited. I've just been so busy trying to sort everything out, and I know I'm being very vague, but I don't want to sort of say something's happening and then it to be put back for another week, or say something's coming in and then it to be put back for another few days. So I know I'm being vague, but soon. Hello, hello, hello. There is a Kirsty who doesn't have a second letter, because on the, I'll explain that when I get to her, but that's absolutely fine. Courtney, yep, I do ship all around everywhere. So should we get started for the evening? I'm gonna have to change my comments. I can't. I've changed the way I view the live, just to see if it helps at all. But no, it's very confusing. So let me just refresh. I've just seen that in the Squidgy Pops group, Samantha. That's quite funny. Was I late? What's the time? Oh, I was slightly late on today. I'm ever so sorry. Aaron and Aurora were finishing a game of chess, and obviously we were just waiting to see what happened, so that's why I was slightly late. They were literally just finishing chess. My hair's lovely. Oh, bless you. I just whacked it up today, just get it out of the way. Right, shall we get started for today? And then if there's, you're not giving anything away? No, not giving anything away at the moment, just in case things have to, times of things have to change. But it'll be very soon now, all the different things. So thank you, Jade. Really well, Suzanne, really well. when I was younger, my mum and dad, we used to go to the Lake District a lot because that's where my grandparents used to live. And my mum and dad used to tell us that the mountain goats, or the sheep on the fells, they had 2 legs longer than the other 2, so that's why they didn't fall down, is because they were staggered. And I believed into my teens that the sheeps and the goats had 2 legs longer than the other 2, and that's how they went up and down the, the hills. Yeah, so that happened. Okay, right. Oh, right. So if we jump in for today, oh bless. Okay, so Laura Moore, are you here? Kitchen towel, baby wipes. I feel like I'm missing something, or I'm just very prepared. Laura Moore, are you here? Thank you, Amy. Laura, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so Laura, you guys, you have 2 openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Yep, I've got the sand. Got the sand. That's what I mean. I feel really, apart from a tea, I've got a squash. I feel like I've got everything. Mystery and keep, Laura. Okay, is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So, oh no, you've got 2. So we're going to have that one that jumped and the one that I picked out. So we're going to have those both here. Yep, pearl picker, scissors, sand, pen, dish. Oh, staplers here, but stapler, don't know. Butt scratcher is not a butt scratcher, but I've got the face scratcher. Anything but yellow, Laura. Okay, so let's go down. Anything but yellow. Let's get this open. We have a lighter pop there. Oh, wrong way round. There we go. Oh, and in oyster number 1, you have a runaway of a sea green, and I can see that you are twinning, and you are twinning with a sea green to start with there, Laura. Thank you, Bab. Yep, we've got tea. So let me just clean these shells up for you, then I'll hold up those pearls so you can have a look. Thank you, Bab. Alright, now the lights in here on 100%. Just feels a little dim, that's all. Thank you. Okay, so your first oyster has given you twinning sea greens. Now visually you do have one which is slightly larger than the other, so visually this one's larger, this one's visually slightly smaller. I will measure them at the end, but I do think they do have that size difference there. Then moving on to mystery oyster number 2, we have a lighter pop there.
Hello.
Thank you. And in here you do have a yellow. Now it's quite a large 2-tonal lemon yellow, and there's no more in that one. Now the yellow and the green do go beautifully together. However, I know you said you didn't want the yellow, so if you wanted to swap him, we can do that for you, okay? let me hold this one up so you can have a closer look. So like I said, he's quite a larger size here, and you've got lighter and brighter as you go around the pearl there. If I pop them in the sand, Laura, what do you think to these? And if you're happy, which ones would you like where? And if you're not happy, like I say, I can swap them for you. If I pop them on the board, the yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Visually smaller sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And visually larger sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. What do you think, my lovely? I'm just going to wrap up these shells for you. They're gorgeous, perfect. Swap the yellow for a cherry black if I have it. Sea green on the mum, cherry black on the flower. So let's have a little look. Let me take away the yellow, and we'd like to have a cherry. Oh, that one there is very, I'm going to give you two options because that one's very dark. Would you like the darker of the two or the slightly lighter of the two, if you're happy with that colour there? The darker or the lighter? So would you like the lighter one? Perfect. The lighter one is yours. So to confirm, we're going to have the black cherry on the bracelet, the green on the mum item, and then you'll have your spare green as well. Popping them in here for you. Laura, then, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. I've wrapped up your shells as well. And that's safe over there for you. Perfect. No, you're very, very welcome, Laura. Okay, and up next then this evening is Kirsty. Now, okay, so I'm looking for somebody who named Kirsty who made an order today and who can tell me what two numbers are in that email address. Not saying where the numbers are, not saying if the numbers are together or if they're separate, but there's two numbers in the email address. What are the two numbers? It's you. It is you, Kirsty. Hello. I'm sorry, my lovely. So what's happened is you haven't, on the order form, I think you just popped Kirsty in the name section, and because it hasn't brought up the second name, I didn't obviously know what name to pop down here. So hello, that's you. That's confirmed that. Thank you. Is that you later on as well then, or is that a different? Let me just have a look. It is. You have a same email address and address. Perfect. Okay, so Kirsty, shall we start with your Easter wall, and then we'll do your additional opening after that, if that's okay. So you've got the choice from all of them to start with, 1 through to 15. Which number egg would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Number 8, and donate. Of course you can. Okay, so number 8, and there's nothing on the back of that one. Let's get him open for you. And let's go down. And in here, there's one side and the other side, and in here you have a runaway coral, and you're twinning. Kirsty, you are twinning with number 8 there, and you're twinning with lighter, brighter corals. Now let me just dry these up for you, and I'll pop them in the sand so you can have a closer look. What do you think to those, my lovely? I hope you're happy with them. And on the board, coral number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And coral number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7 as well. So they're the same size there. You love them. Perfect. Now you do have a cage dip as well. Oh, let me grab that out. So with your... Oh. It's a bit high there. With your cage dip, my lovely. Good luck. Is that one? Oh, I'm going to put them both back because I did see. Okay, so with your cage pendant, you have got one of our classic cage pendants that's been with us from the beginning. You have the Double Love cage pendant, Kirsty. Now let me hold him up so you can have a closer look. This is the Double Love cage pendant. Would you like to stick or would you like to twist with this one? As you can see, it's got the smaller heart in the center than the larger heart on the outside. This one is a reversible cage pendant because on the back you can see it's got the center there is cut out of a heart, and then all around the outside is a cutout of hearts as well. Okay, so it's a Double Love because you can wear it both ways round. Is that right? And you've got the double heart in the center there. Kirsty, love it. Stick. Perfect. I'm glad you're happy with him. Let me pop this in here, and then your extra pearl as well. Perfect. I'm glad you're happy with that one. And then you have an additional oyster opening as well. So do you know what type of oyster you would like, and if you'd like to keep or if you'd like to donate your shells? What do you think? Which type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate those shells, Kirsty? Yes, Sophie's here. You're up next, I believe, Karen. Yes, up next, my lovely. Kirsty, you've got an additional oyster opening. Are you still here? Oh, bless you, Sophie. Mystery, please, and keep. It's a surprise present for your mum's 60th on Thursday. Oh, I love that. Okay, so should we grab your mystery oyster? Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? Let's get him open. And Kirsty, let's go down. We have a lighter pop there. And in here you have a runaway. However, I can see that you are twinning for a second time there, Kirsty. Now these are larger, darker, deeper purple twins there. There's no more in that one. So again, I'm just going to clean these shells off for you. Then we'll have a close look at those colours so you can have a look and let me know if you're happy with these. And of course, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. What do you think to these, my lovely? Would you be happy? Or would you prefer to swap those out? If I pop them on the board, the darker purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. I'm gonna say he was a 9 then, but I don't think yes, he's an 8.5. Then moving on to purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's also an 8.5. What do you think to those? Nothing, Anita. I just like describing the pop, that's all. It has no relevance to what is inside the oyster. Can we swap one for a TARDIS blue? Of course you can. It's not a problem. Are you happy with the other one as well? So the one at the bottom is the one we'll be swapping out, and then of course I've added in that blue next to the top purple. Is that all okay, Kirsty? Perfect, perfect. Okay, so I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And thank you for the donations of your shells, and I've wrapped up these shells for you as well. And that's safe over there for you, my lovely. And I hope your mum has a lovely birthday as well. Okay, perfect. And up next in this evening is Karen Watts. Karen, you was here a moment ago, so hopefully you're still here. Excuse me, so sorry. Kirsty, you're very, very welcome. Sorry, sorting out my footstool. Karen, hello. Number 6. That's this one here. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells, Karen? So number 6, there's no stickers on the back. And let's get him open. I'm sorry, Melinda, they all stop in a moment. Let's go down. So Karen, oyster number 6. There's one side and the other side. And in here you are quadding. You are quadding, my lovely. There's no more in that one. Now, I haven't seen what you'd like to do with the shells there, so I'm just going to keep them there just until I see if you'd like to keep or if you'd like to donate them. Now, I'm just going to dry these up so we can pop them in the sand so you can have a closer look. You have a lemon yellow, a coral, a grape purple and a icy blue. Donate the shells, perfect, thank you. Okay, so lemon yellow, coral, grape purple and an icy blue. Karen, I hope you're happy with those colours. If I pop them on the board for you, your lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. I hope you're happy with those. You then have your cage dip as well, so let's dive in for your cage dip, my lovely. And you have, now I always get confused with the name of this one. Possibly it's called the Family Love pendant. Possibly. Let me hold him up so you can see. So as you can see, it's got the I'm gonna say mother and child, but it could be adult and child here holding each other in their arms, and the pearl is shown beautifully at the bottom there. This one, however, can be worn the other way, because on the reverse side you can see there it's got hearts which are making up the cage pendant, so it can be worn around the other side as well. What do you think to this one, Karen? Would you like to stick or would you like to twist? Oh, I know. Who said that? I know, Amanda. It's a very risky tower, that is. It's not family love. It could be mother's love. Yep, 95 sterling silver. Would you like to stick or would you like to twist, Karen? About emails, yeah, I'll go through spam and stuff tomorrow then, Raquel, and hopefully I'll see something in there. Don't know what to do. Twist please, even though you thought it's lovely. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's twist. I'm just going to take your pearl out of here, and then we're twisting. Good luck with your twist. I'm just going to give them a big mix. Okay, so you have, we're going to pop the yellow in here, I think. You have, we spoke about this the other day on the website. I believe it's called the Pegasus cage pendant. However, it's an alicorn because it's got the horn and the wings. So as you can see, if I just hold it down from the light, there we go, you can see the alicorn there in the center, almost like he's galloping on the moon, I like to think, with the circle of the cage pendant there. This one you could wear on the round this way, because on the reverse side it's like it's a flower, almost like a daisy, especially with that yellow pearl in the center there. So it can be worn both ways around. Karen, my lovely, I hope you're happy with that as well. Magical horse, Siobhan, yes. I want to thank you very, very much, Karen, for the donations with your shells. There we go, that's safe on there, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Popped that over there for you. Karen, you're very, very welcome. Ah, Shining Love Cage. Thank you, Katie. I knew it was something love. Shining Love Cage pendant. Thank you. Okay, and up next in this evening is Leanne. Leanne, I always question myself when I say your second name. Leanne Cieli? Leanne, are you here? Oh, Janet, 20-week streak. Thank you for the stars. Wow. Thank you, my lovely. Oh, Helen. Oh, bless you. Maybe he'll, I don't know when your opening is, but maybe he might be asleep by the time it is, or you can grab 5 minutes, hopefully. Leanne, hello my lovely. You would like Nunu and to donate? Of course you can. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? Marie, thank you for the stars as well. So Leanne, Nunu Rainbow Oyster. Let's go down. So in here there's one side and the other side. Just going to do that first side again. Okay, so in here we have a darker pearl there, and there's no more in that one, Leanne. Now if I hold him, oh, I thought he was a chocolate, but now I've cleaned him, he is not a chocolate. He is a two-tonal silver and purple pearl. So he's got those silver tones with the purple overtone to him. Leanne, what do you think to this one? Now if you're not happy with him, I can swap him for you, and if you are happy, that's perfect. So it's just up to you what you think and what you would like to do. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Excuse me. You love him. Perfect. I'm glad you're happy with him, my lovely. Let me pop him on here. So Leanne, then, thank you for the donations with your shells. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And that's safe over there for you. Okay. And up next then this evening is Stacey Stevenson. Stacey, are you here? The Easter Walls sold out until the 18th. I don't know if it will be carrying on after, so up until Sunday. I'll evaluate tomorrow to see if I will add more dates or not. So keep an eye out on the website, because if we do, they'll go up tomorrow. And Stacey, you're here. Hello, hello, hello. You have 2 of the Oyster cage pendant walls. What 2 numbers, let me just move this so you can see. There we go. What 2 numbers would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Excuse me. Ooh, 3 and 13. Loving the 3 theme here. Would you like to keep, oh, and donate the shells? Perfect. So, number 3. There's nothing on the back of number 3 there. And then number 13. Again, there's nothing on the back of number 13. Number 13 and number 3. So we'll start with number 3. Let's go down. So this is number 3 to start with, my lovely. Good luck, Stacey. There's one side and the other side, and in here you are twinning with darker twins there, and there's no more in that one. Okay, so your twins, twin number 1 is a chocolate, just slightly two-tonal with different shades of chocolate as you go around there. And then number 2 again is two-tonal chocolate as you go around. So you've got 2 twinning two-tonal chocolates to start with there. And then moving on to oyster number 13, I believe it was. and the other side. It was Kaylee and this side. And Stacey, you have a lemon yellow. And there's no more in that one. So we have a lemon yellow. Now let me dry him off as well and pop him in the sand. Stacey, I hope you're happy with these colours. Twinning chocolates and a lemon yellow. And if I pop them on the board for you, the yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And then chocolate twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And chocolate twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8 as well. Okay, so you have 2 cage dips as well, Stacey. So what we'll do is we'll do obviously your first one first. So dive in for your first cage dip. And you have the horn cage pendant here. Now we've discussed this name before. I named it the horn cage pendant, but it also looks like many other things, like a pixie shoe. I named it the horn cage pendant because this way round it could be a horn. Have a look here. I've just popped your, oh, let's get it focused. I've popped your yellow pearl, there we go, in him here. What do you think to this one, Stacey? Would you like to stick or would you like to twist? Twist with that one. Okay, I'm just going to take the yellow out of here. Thank you, Samantha. So let's dive in. This is your twist then from your first pick. So in, oh, I think I've got a couple. Hang on. Is that one? Yes, I think that's one. Okay, so oh, you've got one of our Easter cage pendants here. I'm going to pop one of the chocolates in him, I think. So this is one of our Easter cage pendants, which are still on the website actually. This is the chick cage pendant. So this is the chick, and actually looks lovely with that chocolate pearl in. So he's got a red zircon crystal for his eye. The chick is wearing a little crown there, and obviously he's got his wing and his little beak as well. So this is the chick cage pendant, Stacey. I hope you're happy with that one. And then you also have another cage pendant, so you get to stick or twist again. So this is the second dip, if you like. So in here you have the Ribbon of Hope cage pendant. Now this is, I'm popping your yellow in here, the Ribbon of Hope cage pendant. Oh yeah, the yellow would have went with the chick. Oh, it's going to be one of those nights tonight, isn't it? Would you like to stick or would you like to twist with the yellow, dear me, with the Ribbon of Hope cage pendant? As you can see, it is the ribbon that goes round and then comes back down the other side, and it displays the pearl beautifully in the loop at the top. Michelle, when it goes across the bottom of the screen, there's in the top right hand corner of the actual ad, there is a cross button, so you will be able to X off it, if that makes sense. You might have to leave it there for 5 seconds or so, but you should then be able to X off it if that helps. Stacey, love it, stick with that one, perfect. Okay, so you've got the Easter chick and the ribbon of hope there. Stacey, my lovely, I hope you'll be happy with everything then once it arrives. That's safe on there, and then over there for you. Thank you very, very much for the donations with your shells as well. No, you're very, very welcome, my lovely. And then up next then this evening is Julie Elise. Julie, are you here? Sorry, I'm going to tell you what I was doing now. I had an itch here, so I was just trying to get my itch, but I don't think I've got it. Sorry. Oh, Julie Ellis. It's Ellis, I think. Julie Ellis, are you here? Are you eating an orange? Bab? Bab?
Yes.
Are you eating an orange?
I am.
That's why my nose is itching. No, honestly, every time you eat an orange, when I'm on the live, my nose itches every time without fail.
Random.
I know. Sophie is here, Kaylee, but she's got a lot of schoolwork to do tonight as well. So she's here, but she's also working. Okay, so Julie, last call for Julie Elise. If not, we'll move on. Julie, if you are here, please type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anybody can see Julie, please comment on her comment, because that will bring it up for me. I'm allergic. I don't think I'm allergic, but yeah, my nose does itch every time he eats one, considering I can only smell it. But no, I'm not allergic. I can touch oranges, I can, yeah, it's just my nose. Helen, you are 11th and we're on 6th with Julie. Okay, so I haven't seen Julie, so we're going to move on. If she does come on, we can add her back in again, but it will be to the end of the order list there. Up next then is Trisha Rhymes. Trisha, are you here? Really, Samantha? Trisha, hello, my lovely. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 openings altogether. What 5 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Mystery and donate, Trisha. Perfect. So 5 mystery oysters. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for, Trisha? We have gone tropical with the emojis. We should do that. Each live I could set a theme. And if you guys put emojis in, you have to follow that theme. That would be quite entertaining. No, Helen, not a problem, my lovely. Trisha, you're hoping for a bright purple. Okay, let's go down. Mystery oyster number 1. We have a lighter pop there. Ooh, and you're starting off with a purple. There's no more in that one. Now here's a slightly darker purple there. And there's no more in that one. So you've got a darker purple to start with. Then Sophie, moving on to oyster number 2, we have a deeper pop there. Ooh, and in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now I can see straight away, look at that. You have 1, 2, and 3. You have triples. You have triples, my lovely. I'm just drying these up for you. So you have a sea green, a pinkle, and a two-tonal blue and silver. So that's a two-tonal blue and silver there. Moving on to your next oyster, you have a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see again, oh, a runaway. You have 1, 2, and 3. And let me just have a squidge. You have triples for a second time there, Trisha. And there's no more in that one. So let me just dry these up for you. So you have a icy blue, a TARDIS blue, and a lighter purple. And then you've still got 2 oysters to go. So moving on to your next oyster, we have a lighter pop there. Oh, and you've got a runaway pearl popped out as I opened him up. That is a blush pink there. There's your mother of pearl, and I'm just going to have a squidge in here as well. And there's no more in that one. So you have a blush pink, oh bless you, Sophie. And then moving on to your last oyster, Trisha, which again is your mystery oyster here. You have a lighter pop. And straight away I can see 1, 2, and 3. And then let me just have a squidge in here as well to see if there's any more. Yes, I'm in Northamptonshire in the UK. And there's no more in that one. Okay. So, Trisha, 3 sets of triples. and then 2 single pearls. You can, Beth, yes, I do deliver internationally. On the website, in the top right hand corner, you'll see a little drop down box. If you click that drop down box, you can then actually change the currency that you can view the website in, so then it converts it all for you as well. I hope that helps. Okay, so you've got, if I go through all of these, Trisha, now I'm just going to hold them there in case you'd like to take a screenshot, because if you would like to, you can email me your colour choices. Of course, if you know which ones you'd like wear now, that's absolutely fine, but you can email me that choice as well. You've got a sea green, a pinkle and a two-tonal blue and silver, a blush pink and a darker purple, TARDIS blue, icy blue, light purple, apple green, autumn peach, lemon yellow. Swap the dark purple and the silver for 2 Cadbury purples. Of course you can. I'm just finding 2 this. I'm assuming that you'd like them the same size here. There we go. Okay, Trisha. So the 2 at the bottom are the ones we'll be swapping out. I'll take those and pop them in the swap pot. And I've added in those 2 purples at the top there. I'm going to start measuring them. However, if you know which ones you'd like wear, do let me know, or if you'd like me to hold them up so you can take a screenshot. Oh, swap the apple green for a darker apple green. Yeah. I've done that for you. I'm going to start measuring them, but you can carry on letting me know and I can stop and do that. That's not a problem. The purples I've added in, one's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Your pinkle is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the apple, no, the sea green, sorry, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Yellow and peach, swap for brighter reds. At the moment I've just got darker reds in my swap pots. If you would like brighter reds, I don't think it would be a long wait. I think it would just be a matter of that they're not next to me now. So I'll show you the reds that I've got. Would these ones here be bright enough for you? And like I say, if not, I can pop you down for a swap for them. Would those ones be okay? So again, the peach and the yellow at the bottom are the ones we're swapping out. So I've measured the pinkle and the pink. The lighter purples, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The icy blues, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a he's a 7.5. And the TARDIS blues, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well. You'd like to wait for the brighter red, that's not a problem. And the apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. I'll measure these 2, although swapping them out. The yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Okay, so we're going to swap yellow and peach for 2 bright reds. Swap icy blue for a purple. Yep. That's lovely. Do you know which ones you'd like where, Trisha, or would you prefer to email me that information? I've got down about the swaps, so that's why I've popped these two in a different bag, because that's why we'll get those swapped with the reds for you. A pink and a purple, exactly. So you can see this one's the pinkle and this one's the purple. Love it. Your email, okay, perfect. So when you email, if you could include the 5-digit order invoice numbers, Trisha, and then I can get that all booked in for you, okay? I'm just popping these all in here. I like going through the numbers though, Nikki. And if I go backwards, I think I'd get a little bit tongue-tied. I'm used to going forward now. 8, 7.57, yeah, I'd get tongue-tied. Trisha then, thank you very much for the donations with your shells. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And I've popped that safe over there. No, Trisha, you're very, very welcome. And up next then is Carol Phillips. Carol, are you here? Bab? Bab, 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 baby Bab.
So,
Would you mind making a tea, please?
yeah, sure.
Thank you. Carol, hello. They all fall through all of the holes. Carol, my lovely. Hello, my lovely. You have a oyster and cage dip. Which number off the wall would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Hi, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Hello, hello, hello. $5 and donate. Perfect. Okay, so number 5, there's nothing on the back of that one. Let's get him open for you. I did, oh Caitlin, bless you, in the opening we just had with Trisha, I did just do that because she had a pink and a purple and I popped them next to each other in the sand. So if you timestamp the live now, see what time that is, take reverse 5 minutes, and when we finish the live, go to that time and you'll be able to see it there, okay? Hope that helps. So let's go down. Your number 5, Carol. There's one side and the other side. Ooh, and in here you are twinning with darker twins there. Oh, bless you, Caitlin, not a problem. And there's no more in that one. Now I'm just going to dry these up for you so we can have a close look at their colours for you, my lovely. Okay, so they are the same colour there. So they are both darker gunmetal greys. There they are in the sand, Carol. I hope you're happy with them. Twinning darker gunmetal greys. If I pop them on the board, number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. So they're the same size there, my lovely. And then you have your cage dip. So let's dive in. And in here you have, now we've seen this one a few times. Does it keep getting, it must keep getting twisted. That's the one. And I'm just going to pop him on the card for you. Okay, so Carol, would you like to stick or would you like to twist with the Travelled Love cage pendant? So this one, as you can see, has the moon and stars with the happy face in the center of the cage pendant here, and then around the outside, I know it's harder for you guys to see the wording around the outside, but it says I love you to the moon and back, with little etched hearts in there as well. So that's I love you to the moon and back travelled cage pendant. This one you can wear on the reverse as well. So on the reverse you can see it's got, if I hold it still, the center is just the circle, but on the outside it has cut out love hearts here. Oh, what's going on? Have I missed comments? Have I? Sorry guys. Carol, what do you think to this one? Would you like to stick or would you like twist with the Travelled Love cage pendant? Not a problem. Just taking the pearl out of here, and then let's dive in. And ooh, in here, this one hasn't come through. This hasn't come out of this bag yet. Carol, I hope you're happy with it. I'm just going to see if both your pearls, no, it doesn't quite close with both the pearls in here. It is a cage pendant for one pearl, it's just because they were both slightly smaller. Thought it might be able to fit two, but it doesn't, it just fits the one in here. So you have the football cage pendant. So this one is a round cage pendant all the way round here. It has these blacked out, Aaron. Thank you, Bob. That's my husband coming to get my teacup. It has blacked out enamel spaces for the football, and then the clear spaces is where you can see your pearl through there. Carol, I hope you're happy with that one. Love it. Perfect. Let me just pop him in here for you. And then on here, Carol, thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Yes, so the cage pendant dip is, I dive in, and on the first pick only you get to stick, which is you stay with the cage pendant that gets pulled out, or you twist, which means you go for the second one and then then you have to stick with that one. Okay, so stick is stay, twist is swap. I hope that makes sense. Oh, bless you, Caitlin. How many days has it been? They'll be on this week, I believe. Don't worry. They'll be on this week. They're definitely here. Definitely here, my lovely. Shall I pop them on the page when they're restocked? Although if you're checking the website, I'm sure you won't miss them. Okay, Blink and Aaron's gone. Yeah, he doesn't stay on the camera long. Bless him. He normally comes and grabs the cup, to be fair, while the camera's down. Bless him. Up next this evening is Katie Louise. Katie, are you here? Yeah, the blossom earrings, they'll definitely be going on this week. They are already here. I'll just have to see how many days it is, then I can unpack and pop them on. Katie Louise, are you here? Katie, hello. You have a oyster and cage wall today. Which number would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Oh.
Yes.
Nothing, I heard a crackle and wanted to know what you were going to eat. Say hello. Come back. No.
Did you beckon me?
Come back. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
No tea for you.
The second time I meant it like that. That's only because you said, say hello.
Hi, hi.
Okay, that's all. Thank you for the tea. I didn't mean it like that the first time.
I know.
Second time I did.
I know.
Katie, you're on the list twice. Yes, Sophie did just mention that as well. I do apologise. Oh, right at the end, just as I... Same name and address. Okay, that's perfect, Katie. We'll still do the wall first, if that's okay. And then we'll do your additional oysters after that. Okay, so which number would you like? I'm having is the door open? Which number would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? They're not, Jacqueline. The blossom earrings are like a stud back earring, but it's got quite a nice design. I can't really, it's got like a round design, if that makes sense. Will he not be... Oh, bless you. He'll not be last today. Number one. Katie. Oh, bless you. Number one is not last today. Number one. There's nothing on the back of that one, however. But number one. Let's go down. Okay, so in here there's one side and the other side. Katie, you are quadding. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Oh, you are quadding, my lovely. And there's no more in that one. Now I'm just going to clean the shells up for you, and then we'll have a close look at those pearls. Okay, so if I dry these up for you, lucky number one. Actually, yes, look, the number one on the last live had Pinkle twins in it, and now today he's got the quadding. So you have an icy blue, a lavender, a pinkle, and a brighter purple. What do you think to these, Katie? I hope you're happy with them. Icy blue, lavender, pinkle, and brighter purple. If I pop these ones on the board for you, the icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The lavender's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The pinkle's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well. Beautiful they are. I'm glad you're happy with them. You have a cage pendant dip with those, so let's dive in. Ooh, this is a lovely cage pendant. Gonna pop the purple in here. Yes, the brighter purple. Although this one I think is a classic way to think about the, what am I trying to say? This one suits so many different colours, so it literally is your mood and the colour pearl, and the cage will suit it beautifully. So it's the flower cage pendant. So as you can see, the pearl goes through the centre there, a lot of space to show off the pearl. Around the outside of the cage pendant there is lots of different flowers, so all sort of surrounding that pearl. This one on the back, it does have a little design on the back, so you could wear it this way round if you wanted to. But this is the flower cage pendant, my lovely. Would you like to stick, or would you like to twist with that one? Stick, says Linda. Katie, twist. Okay, so I'm going to keep that one out for a second. Dive in, and going in for your twist. Oh, I've got a few here. There we go. Okay. Oh, now I can't actually say the name of this one. Not because I'm not allowed to on a live video, because I can't pronounce it very well. So we're going to pop the blue one in here. The flower one, I think, is beautiful, but I don't think the picture does it justice on the website. Okay, so I think this is the sea urchin. I just struggle with the word. Cage pendant. I hope you're happy with this one. So this is more about one of our fun cage pendants, I like to call them. He's got love heart eyes, and from the top of the view he's got this dotted head, if you like. Then you've got the squiggly legs, and it's almost like a jellyfish, but it's not the jellyfish on the website there. On the back of him, again, you can definitely see the legs coming around. You just don't have the face there, you just have more of the cage pendant. I hope you're happy with that one, my lovely. Let me pop him in here for you. Okay, and then Katie, you also, your daughter was eyeing that one up earlier. Oh, I love that. So she can have a nice little surprise there. You also have an additional oyster opening as well. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep those shells as well, or would you prefer to donate them? Sorry, I always try not to rip the last two pieces because they're stuck well to the... Oh, and I ripped it. I'll still use it. Yeah, they're stuck well to the whatever that's called, tube, tubey tube. Mystery and donate, Katie. Okay. Now, is there a certain colour you're hoping for here? Let's go down. So your mystery oyster. Ooh, double pop there. And in here, Katie, you are twinning. Twinning with, I'm gonna say they're lighter pinkles actually. There's no more in that one, and you'd like to donate these shells. Perfect. So twinning pinkles along with your quadding oyster. That's a beautiful selection of pearls there. Let me pop them in the sand. However, Katie, if you're not happy with these colours, I can swap them for you. So that's again completely up to you what you prefer to do. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Samantha. Yes, the flower cage has been posted there. If I pop this one on the board for you, Pinkle number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And Pinkle number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5 as well. What do you think to these colours? I'm just popping your name on your shells for you. What do you think to those, Katie, my lovely? Just going to bring you back up. Swap for a black and a purple, of course you can. Let me bring you back down. And a black. Okay, so I hope you're happy with these two here. There they are in the sand, purple and black. Okay, let me bring you back up. So Katie, I've wrapped up the shell you'd like to keep, and thank you for the donations with the other shells. I hope you and your daughter, my lovely, will be happy with everything once it arrives. That's safe on there, and then over there for you as well. One more black left in that pot. Yes, Samantha, I actually have another pot of blacks next to me. Now I don't know why they're split up. There must have been a reason when I did it, but yeah, no, I definitely have more blacks. Okay, and up next then today is Pauline Whiteside. Pauline, are you here? I went down the wrong hole, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I'm fine. Do you know when you drink a drink and it goes down the wrong hole? It's absolutely fine, thank you. Pauline, hello, hello, hello. You have one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Yes, it is. Sometimes, yes, if you it can be. Mystery and keep, Pauline. Perfect. Now, is there a certain colour you're hoping for? 25 pearl oyster openings. Yeah, we tend to get them in flurries actually. So we sort of tend to have 2 or 3 on a live, and then like that week have some on each live, and then we sort of normally have like a week off. They sort of come in flurries. Yeah, it's very strange, but yes, we do. I would say so with 25 pearl oysters. Pauline, let's go down your mystery oyster. We have a lighter pop there. Hoping for blush pink. Okay, now I can see straight away with this one you have a darker pearl there. Let me pop him out. Okay, so we have a darker purple. I'm just going to clean up the shells for you, Pauline. Now, you said you were hoping for a blush pink, so if you would prefer to swap this one, we can do that for you for a blush pink, or if there's a different colour you would prefer. But of course, if you're happy with this one as well, that's absolutely fine. So it's going to be completely up to you what you would like to do. If I pop this one in the sand so you can have a closer look. What do you think to this darker purple? And on the board, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Swap for a blush pink, of course you can. Let me see if I can do that now. you happy with that one there? So the purple at the bottom is the one we're swapping out. Would that pink be okay there, Pauline? That's perfect. Perfect. Okay, that one is yours. Let me bring you back up and let me pop this in here for you. Okay, and I'm just going to wrap up your shells as well. So Pauline, my lovely, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Can I measure the pink? Of course I can. Bear with me a second, let me just take this off here. Okay, so my eye ring, oh, earrings. Earrings? I don't know what an eye ring is. I hope you meant earrings. Your blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Is that one okay with being an 8.5, my lovely? No, that's absolutely fine. I thought it was earring, but I read it as eye ring, and I automatically thought, I do have dark rings around my eyes, but I wouldn't say it's something to... Deary me. Okay, so, Pauline, my lovely, that's safe over there for you. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. You're very, very welcome, my lovely. Okay, and up next then this evening is Helen Ordis. Helen, are you here? You said your little one was awake, so hopefully she's here, and possibly even little one's gone to sleep, possibly. Helen Ordis, are you here? Helen, hello, 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 hello. Helen, my lovely, you have an oyster wall pick. Do you know which number you would like, and if you would like to keep or if you'd like to donate your shells? Oh, Anne, thank you for the stars, my lovely. Oh, 100%. Aaron, come here, darling. I'm ever so sorry. Excited first ever opening. Helen, bear with me 1 second. So Aaron, if you go into this one, and then you go into here, and then you can scroll and you can see everyone who's done it. Then you can do it that way. Is that okay?
So that's where I'm in at the moment.
Oh, okay. Okay, the angry face is... Aaron's on it. So, number 14, and keep your shells. Of course you can, Helen. Not a problem. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So, number 14. There's nothing on the back of that one. We haven't found any stickers yet today. Let's get him open. And let's go down. Oh yes, definitely, Bronnie. So, number 14, Helen, let's get him open. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have a silver. There's no more in that one. Now the shell has slightly broken here, my lovely. I do apologise. So sometimes the shells are brittle. Sometimes they do break upon opening. So I'm doing my best to keep it as intact as I can. But it has broken slightly there, so I do apologise for that. You do, however, have a beautiful silver. What do you think to this one? I hope you're happy with this one, Helen. And if I pop him on the board for you, your silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And then that one comes with a cage dip as well. So, in here, you have, oh, now this one came out earlier and it's come out again. You have the Easter chick cage pendant here, Helen. Would you like to stick or would you like to twist with the Easter chick cage pendant? So here is the Easter chick. Now the silver goes beautifully actually. So you've got that red zircon crystal for his eye. He's wearing his little crown there. Then of course he's got all his detailing there as well. On the back of the Easter chick it has more of like a flower design. So you can wear it on the reverse of like a daisy flower design there. However, this is your first pick out, so you can either stick with this one or you can twist. Helen, what do you think? It's lovely. Is that a stick? Would you like to stay with that one? Would you like to stick with that one, my lovely? Okay, I'm just waiting to see Helen to confirm, and then. Do you do everything already written? So, oh, that's Sophie. Helen, I've wrapped up your shells as well. I'm just waiting to see, was that a definite stick with that one? Oh, that is absolutely lovely, thank you. Perfect. Well, I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives then. And that's safe over there for you. Okay, so bear with me one moment. So we go to here, go to that one, go to this one, because that's where we are now. Go to that one, and then that comes up, and then you go through. Yeah?
Yep.
Cool. Thank you, Bab. Okay, perfect. Up next then, I don't know, Kelly, because we've got two with the heart, so I'm not sure. Just I'm not sure, my lovely, off the top of my head. Up next then this evening is Julia Gales. Julia, and you're here. Hello, hello, hello. Julia, shall we do your Easter wall first? So if so, which number would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? First time, not a problem, Julia. If we do your Easter wall first, all you need to do is just pick which number you would like and let me know. Oh, number 10, and keep the shells. That's perfect. Okay, so number 10 is this one here. Oh, the sticker of number 10 is slightly coming away there. So number 10, there's one side and the other side, there's nothing on the back of that one there. You'd like to keep your shells, so let's get this open and let's go down. So in here there's one side and the other side, and in here you are twinning, which means you have got two pearls in the one oyster there. There's no more in that one, and you're twinning with coral twins. One is brighter, one is lighter with your twins there. Rebecca, I hope you enjoy your quiet time. I don't blame you, bless you. So you have coral twins, one lighter and one brighter. Julie, I can add you back into the end of the order list. Yep, that's not a problem. I hope you're happy with these, Julia. If I pop these on the board for you, the lighter coral is a runner. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your brighter coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. I hope you're happy with those. Now they come with a cage dip as well, so Julia, we'll do your cage dip next. So if we dive in here, oh. And oh, love this one. Different times, Kelly, depending on the day. In here you have the twist ball cage pendant. I've popped the brighter coral in here, although either of the pearls will look beautiful. So this is the twisted ball cage pendant. So this one's the same all the way around, and it's got those crystals in sort of the swerves of the design here. And like I say, it's the same all the way around, this one. And it shows the pearl beautifully in the center there. Julia, would you like to stick or would you like to twist with this one? As you can see, there's room for larger pearls as well in this one. Stick with that one. Perfect. I'm glad you're happy with him. Stick with that one, not a problem. So that's in there for you. Julia, you then have 1, 2 and 3 openings as well. Do you know what 3 oysters you would like, and if you'd like to keep or if you'd like to donate your shells? What do you think? Oh, Ellis, I hope you feel better soon. What do you think? So you've got 3 oyster openings. What 3 would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? One Nunu, 2 mystery and keep. Perfect. Sorry, that didn't come through before. 1 Nunu and 2 mystery. So number 1 and 2, and the Nunu are very, very full. I've got to be careful with this bag, and that's there as well. So let me just get these open for you. Okay, so let's go down. Mystery oyster number 1, Julia. You have a double pop there. None on that side, and I can see straight away that we have a darker pearl there. Let me just have a squidge in here for you. There's no more in that one. So your first pearl has, your first oyster has given you a darker pearl. Yeah, my kids went back to school today. They had yesterday off as a teacher training day, and they were back in today. Now, Julia, let's have a closer look at this colour. You have a darker gunmetal grey there, almost black, but definitely a darker gunmetal grey. And then moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. We have a lighter pop there. Ooh, and in here you have another darker one there, and again another good size. And there's no more in that one. I'm just going to dry him up for you as well. And then moving on to your last oyster, which is your Nunu Rainbow Oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here, it's a darker night for you, Julia. You have a darker silver, and there's no more in that one. What do you think to these? Oh, sorry, a bit high there. Are you happy with those? If so, which ones would you like on the jewellery? And if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. So, the dark gunmetal grey number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And the silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. What do you think to those? Okay, thank you. What do you think to those, my lovely? And if you're happy, which ones would you like where?
They also appear there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Adam Jones, Mr. Grumpy. Just popping your name on the board for you now. Julia, if you would like to swap these, you can do so. But like I say, if you're happy with these, just let me know which ones you'd like where. Oh, change one gunmetal and silver for either 2C or blue, 2C or blue green, or 2 lighter cherry red. So swap these two. Now there would definitely be a waiting list for any of those colours. Would it be okay if I just put down to swap them for either a sea blue, a sea green, or the cherry reds? Would that be okay, and you have it as a surprise with what turns up? Or would you prefer me to put down one colour, because there was, like I said, there's going to be a weight on whatever one you pick, kind of thing. Would that be okay? That's great. Okay, perfect. Sorry, my comments are a little bit funny there. So let me put these two in a separate bag, and then I'll write that down. That's not a problem. And then I'm guessing it's those ones that we swap in to be on the jewellery. If you could just confirm that for me. So we're going to swap silver and gunmetal for either sea blue, sea green, or light berry red. Okay, perfect. So I've got that down for you, my lovely. Swaps on the earrings, perfect. Okay, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives then, and that's safe over there for you. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Hannah, thank you for the stars there, my lovely. Okay. And up next on this evening is Sarah Potter. Sarah, are you here? Star, thank you for the stars there. Oh, Sarah. Hello, hello, hello.
Look at it.
Why are you here? I love you.
I was just checking this when I popped it, it didn't carry that over.
Oh no, I changed it. Sarah, just because it's a different name on the order form as it is to Facebook, could you just confirm for me the second part of the email address? So from the @ sign onwards, what's that section? Bab, don't sit down please, I'd love a tea. Oh, hang on. Donate and mystery, Sarah, that's absolutely fine. However, like I say, what's that section? Barbara, thank you for the stars as well. Bless you, Sarah, thank you. So, two mystery oysters, donating the shells. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Let me just get these open for you. And let's go down. Mystery oyster number 1. We have a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now I can see straight away that we have a peeper under here. I don't know. There we go, there he is. And you have a Pepsi blue. And there's no more in that one. So to start off with, you have a Pepsi blue, my lovely. And then moving on to oyster number 2. You love so many. Oh, bless you. Okay, so hopefully you'll be happy with ones that come out here. Oyster number 2. We have a lighter pop there. Oh, and in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see straight away we have 1, 2, and 3. And let me just have a squidge in here for you. And there's no more in that one. You have triples. They are beautiful and go with the Pepsi blue that you got a moment ago. So all together, you have an icy blue, a TARDIS blue, and a light purple. And then you've got your single Pepsi blue as well. Now, Sarah, what do you think to these? Are you happy with these? If so, which ones would you like on the jewellery? And of course, if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. Pepsi blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. The lighter purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5 as well. Oh wow, Suzanne, thank you for the stars there. That's very, very kind. Can we swap the light purple for a TARDIS blue to match the other for the earrings? Let me have a little look for you. Oh no, that's the Blurple pop. Ooh. Would you be happy with that one there? Let me hold them up so you can have a closer look. That match there, are you happy with that one? Thank you, Bab. Yes, love them. Perfect. Okay, so let me just bring you back up then. We're going to have the blue, the TARDIS blue on there. I'm going to pop those in here, and then you've got the Pepsi blue and the icy blue as well. You're going to have a lovely box of blues when you open them at home. Sarah, thank you for the donations with your shells. Let me pop this on here. There we go, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. That's safe over there for you. Perfect, Sarah. Well, I hope you're happy with them once they arrive. Okay, so up next then is Emma Ryan. Emma, are you here? Emma Ryan, are you here? Emma and Alfie, hi guys. You guys have a oyster cage wall. Let me just move the camera so you can see. I'm just gonna say, honestly, please ignore the angry faces. We know who it is, and I'm just letting them carry on. It just shares the live for us. So yeah, I can see who it is, so it's absolutely fine. Please just ignore it. Okay, Emma and Alfie, which number egg would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Number 11, Alfie's picking. He loves the games. Oh, I'm glad you're happy with them. And donate the shells. So number 11. Nearly pulled the egg off it there. Okay, so number 11, we can see there's nothing on the back there. We still haven't found any stickers actually. Okay, so in here, let's get him open for you. And let's go down. So your number 11, there's one side and the other side. And in here, Alfie, you have picked a quadding oyster there. You are quadding, and there's no more in that one. Okay, so let me just dry up these pearls for you. You have a apple green, a lemon yellow, a lighter coral, and almost like a burnt watermelon there. Now when I hold this up, you'll see what I mean. It's like a burnt watermelon. It is beautiful. Emma and Alfie, I hope you're happy with those. So let me pop these on the board for you. The apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the burnt watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. Very happy, get so excited when there's more than one. Oh, I love it. And quadding, I love quadding as well. You have your cage dip. I'm just gonna, oh, I can't straighten it, so it's really bothering me that that 15 isn't. I'm just gonna have to do it like that, I think. There we go. So your cage dip. Oh, Adele, bless you, thank you for the stars there. And in here you have the round flower cage pendant. Now let me pop this on here for you, Emma, and you can let me know if you guys would like to stick or if you'd like to twist. So this is the round flower cage pendant. So you can see it's got the zircon crystal in the center there and around the outside with the flower design in the center. And then on the back here, you have the flower without the zircon crystals there. So would you like to stick or would you like to twist? With this one. Stick with that one, Emma. Perfect. It is a beautiful pendant there. I'm glad you're happy with it. So let me pop him in here. Oh, Sophie, good thinking there. I'm on your wavelength. Emma and Alfie, thank you very much for the donations with your shells. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe over there for you. Victoria, thank you for the stars there, my lovely. Okay, and up next then this evening is Kerry Lowe. Kerry, are you here? Oh wow, Kelly, thank you for the stars as well. Emma, you had 2. Emma, I've just got you down as 1, my lovely. Oh, you've got the loyalty card. I've got it on there, but I haven't got it on here. Oh, I'm ever so sorry. You are correct. Also, Kerry, if you could just bear with me just a moment. Ever so sorry. Emma does have another opening there. So, like I said, I've got it on there. I just didn't pop it on there. Sorry, Emma, my lovely. Which means you have got 1 opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? What do you think? Mystery and donate. Okay. Thank you, Kerry. And I can see you now. I didn't see you before, so that's perfect as well. Okay, so Emma, this one is your one. Let's go down. And in here, we have a lighter pop there. Oh, you have a lighter purple. A lighter, brighter purple here, Emma. There's no more in that one. Okay, so what do you think to this one? Now with this one, you can actually swap this one if you're not happy with it. So that's going to be completely up to you what you would like to do. Here he is in the sand. And if I pop him on the board for you, love him, perfect. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Emma, I do apologise about that. I did have it down for you, I just didn't look over, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm glad you're happy with the colour. Thank you again for the donations with your shells, my lovely. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Okay, perfect. So up next then is Kerry. Kerry Lowe, are you here? Kerry, there with your son Hayden. Hayden, hello, hello, hello as well. Oh, everyone commented, there we are. He's chosen number 15 and donate the shells. Okay, so number 15, you have an oyster cage wall and donate the shells. So number 15, and you have OMG. Oh, it's backwards, it's GMO. You have a sticker on the back of your oyster. So number 15, which means you have a bonus prize because you've got the sticker there, which means you get to pick chick number 1, 2 or 3, or bunny number 1, 2 or 3. Which one would you like? Chick number 3. Oh, I couldn't reach them then. Okay, so chick number 3 is this one. Oh, and you have that's weird, Samantha. Are you back up to it now? You have the 925 hook drop earrings. Now these are the red petal flowers with that smaller pearl in the center there. I hope you're happy with that bonus gift there. And then I've opened up your oyster as well, so let's go down. There's one side and the other side, and in here you are twinning, and you're twinning with Pinkle Twins there. There's no more in that one. Now if I dry these up for you, and I'll pop them in the sand. So you've got Pinkle Twins. Let me hold them up so you can have a closer look. And then on the board for you, Pinkle number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Pinkle number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Not a 6.5, he's a 7, so that's slightly different sizes there. And then you have your cage dip here, so diving in for your cage dip, and you have the Princess Carriage cage pendant, which actually with the Pinkle goes really, really well here. Let me pop him in here. It is your first dip out though, so you can stick or twist with this one, guys. It's going to be up to you. So I've popped him on here, and it is the Princess Carriage, and look at the Pinkle in the centre there. Would you like to stick or would you like to twist? Stick with that one, Kerry. Perfect. That one is yours with your bonus earrings and the Pinkle twins. I love that opening. Kerry, thank you very much for the donations with your shells. I hope you'll both be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe over there for you. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Hayden says wow, and thank you. Hayden, you're very, very welcome. I hope you'll be happy with everything as well. Up next in this evening is Rose Godwin. Rose, are you here? Rose, hello. Rose, you have 3 openings altogether. What 3 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Donate mystery and expand the rainbow. So you've got 3 openings altogether. How many of each one would you like? What emoji is that, Samantha? Is it a badger? Two mystery and 1 expand the rainbow. 1 and 2, and expand the rainbow is this one here. Okay, so let me get this open for you. We'd like to donate your shells. Rose, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So let's go down, and in starting with your mystery oyster, we have a lighter pop there, and straight away at the bottom I can see a peeper there. There's your mother of pearl. You're hoping for greens, so we have a darker, what looks to be, he's got flashes of purple in him, but we'll have a closer look in just a moment for you, Rose. There's no more in that one. So he is a 2-tonal blue and purple, so you can see different flashes here, blue and purple as we go around the pearl there. Moving on to mystery oyster number 2. We have a lighter pop there. And in here you are twinning, and you're twinning with chocolate bronze twins there. And there's no more in that one. So twinning chocolate bronze twins. There they are in the sand. And then moving on to your last oyster, which is your expand the rainbow oyster. There's one side and the other side, And in here you are twinning for a second time, and you're twinning with Coral Twins. Rose, what do you think to all of these, my lovely? Are you happy with these colours? If so, which ones would you like where? And if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. So let me hold them up so you can have a closer look. If I pop them on the board, the two-tonal blue and purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Chocolate bronze number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Chocolate bronze number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Then you've got coral number 1, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And coral number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. Bronze on the earrings, of course. And can you change a dark one for a deep green? Let me have a look for you. Would you be happy with that green there? Green on the necklace, of course you can. Okay, Rose, I've got that down for you. So, Rose, my lovely, thank you very, very much for the donations with your shells. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, okay? That's safe on there, and then over there for you. So I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. It does. The green goes beautifully with the chocolates. Up next then is Rosemary Kelly. Rosemary Kelly, are you here? I know it's Peggy, Minnie and Pauline. Oh, Rosemary, hello. Can we have number 7 and donate your shells? Of course you can. So number 7 is this one. And there's nothing on the back of this one. and let's get him open. Let's go down. So this shell is split slightly here, Rosemary, my lovely. So this shell may fall apart as I open him up here. Okay. Yep, the shell's going to fall apart. There's one side. Oh, however, can you see? You are quadding. Let me see if I can pop those out like this. Just because I don't want to, if the shell's gonna, oh, but they're all out. Now let me open this up and just see if, there we go. Okay, so there are no more in that one. I just wanted to double check that. Okay, so Rosemary, you are quadding, my lovely. Now let me just dry these up for you. Pop him in the sand. And here they are. You have a lavender, a blush pink, a light purple and a icy blue. So that's a lavender, blush pink, light purple and an icy blue. So if I pop these on the board for you, the lavender is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The lighter purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well. So I'm glad you're happy with those colours, Rosemary. You also have a cage dip, so let's dive in. And in here, oh, love this one. You have the Ladybird cage pendant. I'm gonna put the purple in here. So this is the Ladybug or Ladybird cage pendant. As you can see there, I love him. So it's the little ladybird with the spots on his back. You can see the pearl through the spots. And then on the reverse side, he has a spotty tummy where you can see the pearl through as well. Would you like to stick or would you like to twist with the ladybird? What do you think? Can you twist? Of course you can. That's not a problem. Let me just take the purple out of here. And then your twist. And you have the Love Cube box. So we're going to pop the pink in here. Or possibly the Heart Cube box. I think it's the Heart Cube box cage pendant on the website. So this one is a cube, and then on each face of the cube there is a heart cut out. So on each face there's the heart cut out where you can see the pearl through. So this one on each face is the same, apart from on the join where the heart is into there. So the I think it's the heart box cage pendant, something like that. I hope you're happy with that one, Rosemary. Pop this in here for you. And then in here. So that's safe over there. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And thank you very, very much for the donations with your shells. Perfect. And up next then is Caroline Rensberg. And Caroline, you are ready. Hello, hello, hello. You have 2 oyster wool picks. You'd like number 4 and number 12 and to donate. Not a problem. So number 4 and number 12 and to donate. So number 4, you have a sticker on the back and it actually says love this. So you've got the sticker on the back here. And then number 12, you have another sticker. Caroline, you get 2 bonus gifts because you've picked 2 with 2 stickers, which means, would you like chick number 1 or 2 or bunny number 1, 2 or 3? You get to pick 2 of them if that's okay. Just opening these up for you. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I couldn't see you there. So chick number 1 and bunny number 2. Chick number 1, bunny number 2. Let's see what's in here. They are the same. I'm going to give you another pick because they're the same here. So before I show you them, unless you would like the same, like exactly the same, I'm going to give you another pick, so that's going to be up to you, Caroline. Bunny number 3. Okay, that's different. Perfect. So, ooh, let's get these open. What you have is now you have earrings in both of them, and in the first one you have the green flower earrings with the pearl in the center. They all get mixed around after each live afterward anyways, because yeah, they all come down. I double check what's in them and then I refill them and put them back up again, so they get mixed around anyway after the live. So you get the green flowers with a small pearl in the centre there. Now, your next one is the same earrings this time, but a different colour. So because it's a different colour, that is to me a different, obviously, set of earrings. It's not exactly the same. So you've got the red petals with the pearl in the middle. So you've got the green petals and the red petals. So you've got them for two different looks and two different matches with outfits, if you like, there. So I hope you're happy with those. If we go on to open your oysters, Caroline, let's go down. So oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. Ooh, and in here you are twinning 1 and 2, and there's no more in that one. You are twinning with lighter, brighter purples here. So that's the lighter, brighter purples. And then moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have a lemon yellow. And there's no more in that one. So you have a lemon yellow. Caroline, I hope you're happy with these. So you've got twinning lighter purples and a lemon yellow. Let me pop these ones on the board for you. So the lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. So you have 2 cage pendant dips with those, Caroline. Let's dive in. And in your first one, you have the, oh, it's eluding me what this one's called. Possibly it's called, oh, the Sparkle Flower Cage Pendant. I think it's that. If it's not, I do apologise. But it's the Sparkle Flower Cage Pendant. So as you can see, the centre of the cage pendant has that zircon crystal, and then the whole design is that flower. And if I pop them, turn them around, this one just has the plain back here, so you could wear it this way round, but it's more of the plain back. Caroline, you'd stick with that one, perfect. I'm glad you're happy with this one. Let me pop them in here, and then because you've got 2 dips, you get another one. And let's dive in here. And you have the crown cage pendant. So this is the crown cage pendant. I'm going to pop the yellow one in here because we just showed one with one of your one of your purples. So this is the crown with the yellow. So would you like to stick or would you like to twist with the crown? So you can see it's very detailed. Three, what are they called? Three, it's not a spike, but three crown. Twist with that one, Caroline, not a problem. Okay, so let's dive in this one, and I hope you're happy with your twist. Oh, you have the double love cage pendant. So I showed this one earlier. There it is with the yellow pearl. So it's the double love, so the smaller heart and the larger heart on the outside. However, you can wear this one both ways round, because on the back in the centre there is the heart, and then cut out around the outside of that cage as well are hearts. So you can wear it either way round there, Caroline. I hope you're happy with that as well. So you've got 2 cage pendants and 2 pairs of earrings, Caroline. Let me just pop them all in here for you. No, Caroline, you're very, very welcome, my lovely. That's safe over there, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Thank you as well for the donations with your shells. Okay, and then up next is Ryan Masad. Ryan, are you here? Ryan Masad, are you here? Ryan, hello. You have a 4 pearl oyster. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So your 4 pearl oyster, let me get him open. And let's go down. So in here there's one side and the other side. Okay, donate Julie, not a problem. And your quadding oyster, all on this side, you are quadding. Beautiful, bright, summery colours there, Julie. There's no more in that one. Now, if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. However, if you're not happy with these, I can swap them for you. So, Julie, it's going to be completely up to you what you would like to do. You have a apple green and a sunshine yellow, a coral and a watermelon. What do you think to those? If I pop them on the board for you, the apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Sunshine Yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your Coral's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the Watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. Keep all of them. Perfect. Julie, I'm glad you're happy with those then. Let me pop them in here for you. And then on here, so thank you as well for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll both be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe over there for you. Okay, perfect. And up next then is Stacey Black. Stacey, are you here? Bab, tea please. Would you mind making tea when you can get up next? No, don't hide from me. Would that be okay? I keep losing my voice. I think it's just because I'm talking a lot. Stacey Black, are you here? Sorry, Susan. Okay, so Stacey Black, are you here? Oh no, but the thing is, Denise, is he would bring me one. And I don't actually drink, so he would bring me one, and you guys don't want to see that. I don't drink, so I'm such a lightweight. Oh, Stacey, you're here. Hello, hello, hello. Stacey, you have one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Bab? 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 Please, can you get me my tea? My voice keeps going.
Got juice in it yet?
Yeah, but I need a hot... My voice keeps going, darling.
Beverage.
A hot beverage, please.
Soothe that parch.
Soothe it, yes. Sorry.
Need some soothers.
I don't want to soothe it while I'm talking because I'll end up choking on it. But maybe after.
Well,
No, don't melt a soother, thank you. Stacey, mystery and keep, not a problem. Thank you, Bab. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So your mystery oyster. And let's go down. So in here we have a softer pop there. Oh. And in here, really want a Smurf blue or a two-tonal blue. We have a two-tonal yellow there. Oh, ran straight. Where did that go? There we go. So two-tonal sunshine yellow. Just going to have a squidge in here for you. And there's no more in that one. Now Stacey, hoping for a blue. So if you're not happy with this yellow, I can swap him for a blue for you. That's going to be absolutely up to you, my lovely. Let me dry him up for you. So you've got that two-tonal yellow, lighter and then brighter as we go around there. And then in the sand. And then on the board for you as well. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. One close to a Smurf blue. I mean, we've got this one, it's huge, but he's two-tonal Pepsi and Smurf blue. So you can see it's got the Smurf blue patches to him. It is huge though. I don't know if you have a certain size that you would prefer for your item, but if you're happy with that one, I can swap in that one. Can I measure him? Of course I will. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so let me move the yellow away. This blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5, so quite a nice larger size there, Stacey. I'm glad you're happy with that one. I am based in Northamptonshire. Let me pop this on here, and Stacey, I've wrapped up your shells as well, so I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Okay, and that's safe over there for you. And up next then is Elaine Wadey. Elaine, are you here? Yep, Julie will add you on to the end, that's not a problem. Yeah, see, I can't start a Nerf gun fight because Aaron would win. I'm talking to you guys, I'm on the live. If I've got an oyster in my hand with a knife and he shoots me in the back, it's going to make me jump. He will win. So yeah, I can't start that fight, I'm afraid. Elaine, hello. Mystery and donate. You've got 3 openings altogether. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? 1, 2 and 3, Elaine. Stacey, you're very, very welcome. So there's number 1, number 2 and number 3. Okay, so let's go down. Should be 4. Let me just have a look for the loyalty. Let me open up my emails. Bear with me just a moment. Oh, you sent that through today. That's perfect. Elaine, that's absolutely fine. I'll grab another mystery for you. Okay, so let's go down. Your Mystery Oyster number 1, Elaine. Like I say, are there certain colours you're hoping for? Ooh, and in oyster number 1, you are twinning. And you're twinning with sea green twins there. There's no more in that one. So oyster number 1, you are twinning with sea green twins. There they are in the sand. Then oyster number 2, you have a deeper pop there as well. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see that you have a bright hot pink. Let me pop him out for you. So you have a bright hot pink there. And let me dry him up and hold him up so you can see. Then moving on to Mystery Oyster number 3, Elaine. Oh, double pop there. And in here you are twinning for a second time. One's popped out there and you've got one here as well. So you're twinning with larger hot, bright hot pink twins. And there's no more in that one. Again, I'm just going to pop them in the sand so you can have a closer look. And then moving on to your last oyster, we have a softer pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here we can see a darker pearl toward the side, and you're twinning again. Elaine, your 3rd set of twins there, and there's no more in that one. Okay, so what do you think to all of these, Elaine? If you're happy, which ones would you like where? And if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. If I pop these on the board for you, so the single hot pink is, sorry, my comments jumped then, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The sea green number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Sea green twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. You then have your darker gunmetal grey, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Gunmetal grey number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And then pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not a 8, he's an 8.5. And pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Sea green on the earrings. Yeah. And swap the small pink for a bright yellow for the pendant. Of course, let me just grab a yellow for you. Okay, just confirm for me if these are correct for you then, Elaine. And let me bring you back up. Okay, Elaine, my lovely, that's perfect. I'm glad you're happy with those. Thank you very, very much for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Okay, lovely. No, you're very, very welcome. That's safe over there for you. Up next then is Kirsty Smith. Kirsty, are you here? Kirsty Smith, are you here? I'm looking for Kirsty Smith. Kirsty, are you here? Thank you for the tea, by the way, Bab. I didn't say thank you when you brought it in. Oyster reading. Oh, so close. I don't do any sort of readings. Thank you, though. Oh, Kirsty, hello my lovely, I didn't see you there. So Kirsty, you would like a mystery and to donate. So, your mystery oyster, let me get him open for you. And let's go down. So your mystery oyster, Kirsty, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? We have a lighter pop there. And in here, you have a darker pearl. Let me pop him out. I can ban supporters, Adele, yes. There's no more in that one. Okay, so you have a darker chocolatey purple, Kirsty. What do you think to this one? Would you be happy with this one on your jewellery? If not, I can swap him for you. So you've got a chocolatey purple. What do you think to this one? If I pop him on the board for you as well, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Of course you can. A lighter, brighter purple. What do you think to that one? Is that the shade of purple that you would like? Is that the one that you would like, my lovely? That's beautiful. Sorry, my lovely, I don't think your comments are coming through to me, and thank you for everyone who's commented on that comment. Kirsty, though, I'm glad you're happy with that one. That one is yours. Thank you very much for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Okay, so that's safe over there for you. And up next then is Donna Stanford. Donna, are you here? The comments are slow, aren't they? They're slow for me as well. I think at this point it is what it is. We're all doing so well. Oh, dearie me. So, Donna, hello. Donna, you have 2 openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Mystery and keep, Donna. Perfect. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So you have number 1 and number 2. Let me get these open. Number 1 and number 2. Let's go down. So mystery oyster number 1. We have a deeper pop there. Ooh, and in oyster number 1, I can see straight away 1, 2, and 3. There's no more in that one. You have triples. You have triples, my lovely. You have got 3 pearls in the one oyster there. Let me dry him up. Beautiful colours as well here. So you have a gold, a blush pink and a darker purple. It is a gold. It's a slightly two-tonal gold, but it is a gold, yes. He's lovely. Moving on to Mystery Oyster number 2. Deep, quite a loud pop with that one. And in here, straight away at the bottom there, I can see that we have a coral. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so Donna, you have a gold, a blush pink, a dark purple and a brighter coral. What do you think to these? If you're happy, which ones would you like where? Can you have dark olive? You can. Which two would you like to swap out so you can have the darker olives, my lovely? Just getting to the same size. I'm going to put them on the board for you, and then you can let me know what you think and what you'd like to do regarding which one's where. Okay, so the gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the coral's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. There is Carol, yes, purple and coral. Okay, so I've got that for you, and I've added in the greens there, and then we're going to have the greens on there for you, Donna. Oh, can I measure the olives? Of course I can. Olive number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Olive number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. They're both 7s, Donna. Would that be okay? Perfect. I've wrapped up your shells as well, so I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. You're very, very welcome. And that's safe over there. And up next then this evening is Julie Elise, Julie, are you here? Donna, you're very, very welcome. Julie, hello. Julie, you have got the 2 oyster balls left, so you're going to have the 2 that are left. I hope that's okay. So you've got number 2 and number 9. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And then we've got your 2 cage dips as well. So number 2 has a sticker on the back. So number 2 has a sticker on the back. And then number 9. 29 is your birthday. Oh, I love that. And number 9, there's nothing on that one. So number 2 has that extra sticker. So you get an extra gift there. Would you like chick number 2 or bunny number 1 or 2? What bonus gift would you like there? Bunny number 1. Thank you, Samantha. That didn't come through to me then. So, oh, bunny number 1. You have, oh, don't put that back up there. You have a pair of earrings. Let me have a closer look. Okay. And you have the purpley red petals with the small pearl in the middle. So these are 925 silver hookback earrings with the purple petals and the small pearl in the center. So I hope you're happy with that bonus gift there. Let's go down and open up your oysters. So Julie, oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And in your first oyster you are twinning, and you're twinning with blush pink twins there. And then moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. Oh, and you've got a slight runaway. You have a darker purple, and there's no more in that one. So, purple and twinning blush pinks. Julie, I hope you're happy with those. You love those. Perfect. If I pop them on the board for you, your purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Blush pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. So you have 2 cage pendant dips here. So if we dive in for your first one. And you have the Angel Wing Ball Cage Pendant. Okay, so your first one is the Angel Wing Ball Cage Pendant. Let me pop him on here so you can have a closer look. Would you like to stick or would you like to twist with this one? So you can see it's got the wings towards the top of the cage there. Angel Wing Ball Cage Pendant. Would you like to stick or twist? Stick with that one, Julie. Perfect. That one is yours. Excuse me. You then have a second cage dip. So that was your first one. This is your second cage dip there. So good luck, my lovely. And you have, now we saw this one earlier and a lot of people commented on how lovely it was. So would you like to stick or would you like to twist with the flower cage pendant? Oh, so again the pearl is shown beautifully in the center, then you have flowers surrounding that pearl there. Would you like to stick or twist with the flower cage pendant? Do 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 do. What do you think? Stick or twist with that one? You saw it come out earlier and you love it. Ah, stick. Perfect. Okay, Julie, I'm glad you're happy with both of those then, and you get the bonus earrings as well. Thank you very, very much for the donations with your shells, and Julie, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe over there for you. Okay, that has brought us to the end of our order list. Thank you to our amazing Sophie and to Aaron today, and to Sophie's told me your names, a couple of extra people, thank you as well. You know what you did, thank you very much. We're going to be live again on Friday, so if you'd like to join us, we'll be live around 8 PM BST on Friday. Have a brilliant week, take care, be safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.